3 ways to the flop. Daniel Razai is the favorite for now. And wowzers. Interesting flop. Anton Wig went from first year of Hogwarts to Emperor of the Chads real quick. what is that supposed to mean, man? Huh? Huh? He's got it together though. Yeah, he's got some style, he's got some swag. He's built up. Oh no, they're on Party Poker Millions UK in day 3. Sorry, yeah. So this is not the Party Poker Million. This is the 10K Caribbean Poker Party we were watching from November. There is no Party Poker Million UK here on Twitch. You can find it on Poker Go if you want to watch the live version. This is a past tournament that we're watching right now.
35 bucks, maybe 30 bucks. That's like 45 bucks. That's 70 bucks. No, I think it's less. All this is like 35 bucks. All of this is like.
Patrick's gonna bet 20,000 here with the trips. Tony, not a great hand. Yo, Cordy dropping the 2-month resub, and welcome back to the team, Cordy. Even though you're an Arsenal fan, dude, I really do appreciate it. Get some hearts on the chat for Cordy. There's quite a few Arsenal fans that subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. We can put our differences aside. Thank you. What is the name of Andreas at the table? I need to see their face again to find out. I'm not sure. Really great stream. Thank you, F. Madsen. Glad you're liking it. Oh, thank you, Windows Virus Protection. Andreas. I'm trying to think. Is that Andreas? Find out. Clement, Canadian. Anton. Liverpool fan. Gotta be enemies today. Sorry. That's alright, dude. That's alright. You guys are favorite for sure today.
Patrick raising up again with ace-5 this time.
Patrick with the ace-5 of clubs. Tony on the button. I'm assuming he's going to fold the king-4 suited here, but might do something. We'll see. No folds. Philip Gruesome folds. Yeah, Andreas. I don't know Andreas' last name. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can look it up. Andreas Poker.
And it was like, you know, it's not like it was under construction. It was like under construction. They just did half of it. And then
yeah, but it looks up Andreas Void from Denmark.
You have to call a taxi. Don't take a taxi.
He's 9, 4, 3, 1 club.
Who's not this guy? We're looking for the German.
One over and backdoor flush draw.
Andreas Olympios. There's a lot of Andreases. This is going to be tough. Andreas from Germany. And Andreas Froelich as well, who's not the person we're looking for. Andreas Klatt? I think it's Andreas Klatt. Yep. Career titles for $1 million in cashes. Yeah, Andreas Klatt. K-L-A-T-T. That's who it is. Okay. All right, all right. Hey, Jamie, what's up, Grimblyat? How's it going, man?
Like 5 floors with different music types, like hip-hop, 80s, something like that. And like
It's been a good, interesting table so far, though. Yesterday's table was, I would say, harder than this one. Even though this table has a lot of really great players on it. Like, yesterday's table was really kind of beast mode. There was less room to maneuver and do things, so. But it gives me confidence watching this because I feel like the plays I'm making are very similar to what these guys are doing. And I can see the logic in what they're doing and stuff like that. So it's not often you get to kind of peer into the mind through seeing the whole cards of really great players and understanding what they're doing. And yeah, I like doing this sort of stuff. It gives me confidence because I'm like, yeah, I do the same thing, and here's why I do it. And they, you know, we're on the same page. Yeah, Jimmy, you play on PokerStars yet or no more? No more, my friends. I'm a Party Poker team online, so I just play on Party Poker. But lots of good stuff on Party, man. If you haven't tried it, come check it out. Come join us. Me and my new team.
So sad for me that it was too young for that to play there at that time.
Hello, Rebecca. How was your journey? Daniel in the big blinds. With 3 deuce. Pretty trashy. Good bluff. How was your journey? Cold, windy, wet journey. Yep. Sounds like Scotland. Okay. But you made it home alive. Are you happy to be home?
Yeah.
Great. I am a bad fiance today because I could not help because I have to talk to you guys. I get to. I mean, we're watching a poker tournament here. It's been very chill. Whereas Rebecca had to slog her way through the raining sleet to get new sheets so that our family can all sleep. My family, not even hers. My family.
Our family.
Our family, it's true. Yeah, it's true. We're engaged.
I got you the extension cord as well.
Nice. Extension cord. We got a home gym now. True. That's hype.
And I tried to fix Pablo, but it didn't work.
Pablo's dead still. Rip.
You
Okay.
alright?
Okay. See ya. Jamie, if Disney approached you, would you work with them? It would depend, you know. Like, I would always consider working with other platforms other than Twitch. It would just depend on, like, what they're offering. I'm very happy here at Twitch. But, you know, if Mixer wanted to talk or Facebook wanted to talk or Netflix or Disney or Hulu or Amazon. Well, Amazon
Raising
owns
Queen
Twitch.
Jack plus.
Whoever, you know, it's like,
Flooding the next seat with sixes.
I'm really happy here, but it doesn't hurt to listen. You know what I mean? Now, I don't think Disney is going to be approaching me for poker content. I think they would be the least likely, I would assume, to be interested in poker content out of all the content creating platforms. But, you know, never know. Why would Disney ever approach him? Lordsy, don't be so aggressive about it, man. But it's true. Disney is built on a family brand, and unfortunately, poker is not portrayed in a very family-friendly light around the world. So, okay, let me make some calls. Thank you, Evolved HH. Thank you, bro. Make some calls. See what's going on here.
It's like a pretty good spot to come out with a 3-bet. Against the raise and call. Well,
Okay, Money May, stop
making
it,
it
bro.
easy. 40 bigs. just
Stop
not
it, Money May.
We reached the all-in stage, guys.
485.
Well, eyeing up for a count, but you can't call 485 with sixes.
Daniel is all in with the ace queen, and the sixes are going to fold. There it is, man. Ace queen picking up a big old pot. Disney owns ESPN, though. True. True. That is right. And ESPN could be making, like, who knows? Maybe ESPN is going to make, like, an esports something, you know? And they need content, and they want a poker show on this esports something. You never know, man. You never know. Don't count it out, Chad. It's 2020. It's a content world. I'll pick up the phone for Disney. That's all I'm saying. I'll pick up the phone. I'm not saying anything else. Nivo3, what's up? This is the Caribbean Poker Party main event from November. If you're looking for the Millions UK, that is live on Poker Go today. This is a rebroadcast of a previous tournament. So Jeff Gross did play this tournament.
Then we go Tony the next
He did not win. I'm not sure if he's still in the tournament at this point in the broadcast. And I'm not sure how he's doing in the Millions UK right now. So you got to check his Twitter and or Poker Go if you want to watch that live.
Like, the guy in the green shirt looks like he's 40, right? But he's only 24. I was like,
40.
Okay, we're back in a multi-way pot here. Fives, ace jack, king 10.
Actually, I'm
Nice
turning
spot for
25
him to
on Sunday,
overcall.
so
This could get spicy. I like the mix of hands we got here.
it's gonna be a party. I really hope there's no party. I really hope I'm at the final table.
Philip Grusin going to call as well with the king 10. And now on Andreas in the cutoff.
This Sunday, 23rd.
23rd? I'm on 26.
Ah, you. How old are you?
Folds Daniel Verzai. Folds as well.
Really?
Don't look at them.
Yeah.
Clement with the
Probably I
ace
look
queen.
older than you even.
I guess that's why my friend said he looks 40.
Clement's turn to find ace queen with action in front.
I thought you were
Yeah,
probably
nice
like
spot to
31.
squeeze it up.
Really?
33.
And is going to raise to 155,000.
I guess.
It's a tough spot for Clement if someone goes all in, but I don't think we're going to see that happen. Be interesting to see how Tony plays this, particularly with the ace-jack. Does he decide to peel one off? Decide to just fold? You know, what is he going to do? I don't know. Is Philip Bensiby's brother? No. They're both German. I can see a bit of resemblance, too.
But ace jack.
I can see it a little bit, you know, but no.
Playing pretty smart.
That's
I
funny.
mean, to be honest, like, when you were playing your first 100Ks and stuff like that, like, spots some random.
Okay, Jamie.
You look like
I spoke to Martinello. He is the head of talent acquisition for Disney International. He is looking for child-friendly content creators. I think you've got what it takes. He did say you would have to renounce poker, but that could be a very lucrative deal for you. I can't go into details here. What is your business email? Hit me up, Jamie at pokerstaples.com, Jaime at pokerstaples.com. Tell him he better bring the commas if he expects me to drop this game, man, because we've got something here, dude. Okay? So we are talking commas if we're going child star. You want me to give up my passion in life for money? It's got to be a lot, bro. Tell him, chat. We need some commas. King 10 is going to open under the gun.
Some come back.
Patrick coming in under the gun. King 10 off.
Andreas in the hijack.
Fold the last 2 hands pre-flop after putting chips in. See what happens the third time. Andreas, 6s, 30 bigs. In mid, he's going to overcall.
Nobody of those guys.
He's going to call with the 6s, okay. Daniel Rezai in the cutoff. King 8 suited. Interesting spot there. You could see a squeeze maybe.
Yeah.
The King 8 suited. I'd think about it anyways. But it's not normal. It's not standard, so I think the fold is fine. Pulls around to Timothy in the big blind. 5 deuce suited is going to get involved. Let's see a flop of 3-4-5 all diamonds. 3-4-5 all diamonds, please. So close. King 10 with the open ender. 6s with the under pair. And 5 deuce with a big old swing and a miss.
Rainbow board, nice spot for him to bet here.
Boy, thinking I'm a man.
Jamie, how do you see about AI regarding your internet poker? Will it change radically from Yosemite?
Okay, should get the job done.
Yeah, I think it already has, you know. Like, it's going to be one of the biggest problems that plagues online poker going forward into the future is doing its best to ensure that humans are playing against humans and that humans aren't using automation tools to make their decisions, you know. So that's one of the challenges going forward, basically. But I think it's possible. You know, I think we're going to continue to have more and more advanced verification methods to ensure that you're a human being, including like eye recognition and stuff. You know, we can't be that far away from pieces of software that use a webcam to verify, you know, real human beings through facial recognition or eyes and stuff like that. And I could totally see poker sites using that sort of software in the future before you can play. Things like real names, which you've seen Party Poker do in certain situations, you know, opt for real name tables. That's going to be a thing where you're playing against an actual human being. You know the person you're playing against. So, and if you develop relationships and you know the people you're playing against, so you're much less likely to be cheated and or feel comfortable knowing who you're playing for a lot of money with. So, you know, I think
underage gambler
as much as artificial intelligence and automation will continue to try and evolve, I think poker sites will do everything they can to continue to keep up, you know? What's up, Ryan Meese? How's it going, man? Good to see you in the building. We have Daniel Rezai on the table here. I don't know. I don't think you weren't part of my Ultimate Sweat comp, Ryan Meese. You were kind of before that, but you might know him from Twitter anyways. He's on our table here. Clement with a beautiful, look at the Queen 10 of clubs, man. It's such a pretty hand, the Queen 10 of clubs.
10-8 hearts bottom in the small blind.
Timothy with the 10-8 suited in the small. You can get frisky here too, man. I don't really like calling this hand out of position, but he's going to. Timothy is playing a little bit too passive for my liking, but he's getting around. It's okay. And now Patrick in the big blind. Bolts. No call with the Queen 7. Okay.
He's not going to join.
So 3 ways to the flop. Daniel Rezai is the favorite for now. And wowzers. Interesting flop. Rezai with the second pair top kicker. Good. You're happy about that. Clement with the bottom pair, but the open ender. So even potentially a little bit more playable than the ace jack because you have more additional outs. And then Timothy with the bottom pair, 8 kicker with a backdoor flush draw. So it's all kind of a little bit connected here. We can see Daniel Rezai has the best hand for now.
A little bit of something for everyone here.
Checks around,
Through
5 of spades on the
5
turn.
On the turn. Tim checks again. I like to see Daniel bet now. Second pair, ace kicker. There's a gut shot.
5 card draw. I know you're having a struggle, man. I know. I know, like, this stuff gets to you too, man. I get it. It's just... Like, I really want you to have a good time, because you've been around here 5 card draw forever, you know? Like, you've been around since the J Carves era of Twitch Poker, the very beginning, you know? So I want you to have a good time, but I do think the way forward, if you want to have more enjoyment in poker or be more successful in poker, is you need to alter your expectations. So you need to learn about variance and alter your expectations, man. Because... I mean, you're getting annoyed. You're getting mad that you keep getting sucked out on, which is fair. I mean, it sucks to get sucked out on, but you need to. But it does happen to us all, you know. It's not unique to you. So I think a way that you could maybe evolve to feel better in these situations is to study variance, study things like standard deviation, study things like go to EV++, right? Google EV++. There's a variance calculator around there and play with it and see. And then it will hurt less if you have different expectations of how these all-ins are going to go. You didn't even ask for advice. Maybe you're just looking for someone to listen, in which case I'm sorry. I just can't help myself. Sometimes I try and fix problems. I'm learning this through counseling, chat. It's true, man. It's true. Like, hey, Jamie, maybe there isn't a problem to fix. I'm like, right. That's a thing. Right. Do I do that? But it might help you too, man. You might have more fun if you go into things without as much of an expectation. Like if you're more open to the idea of losing all in with ace-ace, if it's more realistic in your mind, maybe it'll hurt less and you'll have more fun. No problem, man. No problem, dude.
He's going to pay it off.
I have no fun. You shouldn't play if you have no fun. If it's not enjoyable at all for you, and it's not like a passion pursuit, because there's times where I'm frustrated as hell, and I don't want to play, but I'm working towards a grander project. So, like, that's fine. But if it's like you play poker for fun and you're not having fun, then I wouldn't play.
First picture with my new cell phone. Number 1.
Oh.
No poker related results when you search Google for EV++. I forget what the site is called. I thought it was EV++.
Huh? 10 days ago.
That's the first picture you took? Yeah.
There's some variance calculators, poker variance.
I felt like, wow.
What's it called?
What's up with me?
Prime Dope. Prime Dope will work. If you go to primedope.com, you could do some searches there of sort of what results you can expect. Oh, I think it was called Poker Dope. That was what it was called. Now it looks like it's called Prime Dope now. It's called Poker Dope. Variance calculator. But yeah, you can calculate just like basically just as a simulation. Like, okay, you give yourself this edge and you run it 100 times over 100 tournaments where your result's going to be. And some of them are way up here and some of them are way down here. And it's just like, that's luck. That's the variance. You know, the trend line is this. It's up. But the span is like this, which is the variance.
We see Queen for Deuce.
So hyped for Matt's Royal yesterday. So cool to see. Yeah, it's a good one, right?
And there's Anton.
It's a good one.
Top pair.
Heads up here. Cut off raise from Anton with the Queen 9, 8-7.
I'm good.
It's a big swing and a miss right here.
Phil Gruesome show.
The Phil Bort show is
In effect.
underway.
Yeah.
Looks like Tom Hall's in the booth now as well.
Entertaining.
And Jabricata in the booth. He's right, though, calling it the
With,
Philip Gruesome show, indeed. I mean, killing it.
Pretty one way.
yeah.
Where did my mouse go?
He's
There it
trying,
is.
you know, he's trying to break the shell. It's good. Some people need the shell to be broken by someone.
Did you see your brother's hero call with King Queen against 3-4 yesterday? I missed it, man. I didn't see.
Yeah, not the easiest of
I heard Matt had a great stream yesterday. Like, people really loved it, but I didn't get a chance to watch,
decided to be the feature.
unfortunately.
There's been some fun hands though. Like, so you've been watching mostly up in the room,
Yeah.
just chilling out, sleeping
I
on
like,
your 3 million chips.
Yeah, I like Phil's Jack's bluff. That was
It's kind of wild, huh?
it was super out of line.
We continue on here. We had the
Live
Twitch
bluff
open in 2 hours and 40 minutes. If you guys want to play some poker today,
felt like he
we are going to be firing up the Twitch open. We are watching right now day 1B of the Caribbean Millions,
Andreas opening up the
or the Caribbean Party Poker Millions
defended jacks from the big. Check called ace 3
coverage.
Check raise on an 8 turn.
like the percentage.
17K, I think. Yeah, Matt had a great day yesterday. He won the 109 bounty, right? And then 4th in the Gladiator. Pretty sweet.
Doesn't even enter most players.
They're playing for 10,000. They bought in for 10,000. Little Blixie. So they're playing for a lot more than that. By the end of this tournament, and there's 5 total days of play in this tournament, I'm assuming it'll be near $1 million for the win. Dollars, so it's a big one.
Get focused on the value of your hand.
It's a big one, dude.
Seen this flop crop up a couple of times. Ace jack off. Undergun +1 against an undergun open.
So raise from Andreas with the ace-10, and Daniel Razai is going to 3-bet the ace-jack, which is the same thing that we saw earlier, right? You know, we saw Anton Wig do this with ace-jack against ace-queen. This time the ace-jack is actually beating ace-10, so decent spot here.
It's a 3-bet bluff, of course, but it's versus.
We're Tottenham Liverpool right now. I want to try and find a link and just sweat it a little bit on the side screen.
He's just sitting there eating his salad, you know. It's kind of boss-like.
Yeah, he's very relaxed, Daniel. He's been on the
Let me
feature.
see if I can find one here.
and,
What's up, hype?
very comfortable.
Scooperfulous dropping the 50-month resub, and I nailed the name first try, man.
9 million.
What's up, Craig? Welcome back to the team, dude. 50 months, the big 5-0.
Well,
Kind of a big deal, man.
180th.
Well,
I disagree with your takes on variance and EV. Some things don't even out. If I turn up
when it
dead,
stacks
Mike
up,
T
the
pulled
more it stacks up,
me.
the
Mike T killed me with his bare hands. 20 years of playing, and I still am 4 standard deviations on the good side of the bell curve. Happy 50 months. Hey, man. Thanks for the 50-month resub.
Daniel's head
Mike
is
T,
too
he'll
wide.
tilt on you, man. If you suck out on the Mike T, he'll
Top
tilt
10
on you.
tonight, he's probably
That's
desperate
true.
for a top 3.
Thank you very much for the 50 months, Craig. I really appreciate it, man.
I don't really
Hearts
know
out in the chat.
these things, honestly, but,
Yeah, he's
I can
See if I
he's
can
super
watch
confident.
this.
He's been playing really well. Of like,
Yeah,
that's
very
like
comfortable.
12
And,
games, let's say, that I've seen him around the circuit.
very comfortable at the table. Has a presence that good players have.
He's got some moves in him as well. Some Philbot stuff.
The Philbot.
Anton's kind
I'm trying to get it going on the side screen here. Trying my best. Just give me a second so that I can hopefully get the
maybe on party as well, but it's very
the
hard
game
to
so I
tell
can sweat it on the side, you know?
right now.
Username changes.
Yeah.
Look at this. Anton 3-betting his king queen Tony.
Because I do want to sweat it.
Jack's behind. He looks like he's cutting out enough for a 4-bet here. Obviously, 4-bet committing against Anton, but leaving himself some room if Daniel in.
I mean,
came
if
back over
Daniel
the top.
jams, you just hate your life so much.
Can you use big blind per 100 in those variance calculators as a proxy for ROA and MTTs? It's not perfect, but you sort of can. There is MTT variance calculators as well, though. You give an average return on investment in an MTT, and it'll give you
See people fold a lot
the results.
spots, me included, in like 2 or 3 years ago, where I would overvalue a bit on day 1. These days I just try and
Trying to get the stream going here.
just
Too
come
deep,
in,
huh?
come in like super confident about my decisions.
I wasn't gonna
like,
3-bet you while you're eating your salad 'cause I don't want you to choke.
damn. Come on, Philbot. He seems to have
Oh,
toned it
man.
down a bit
So
recently.
ruthless.
Just chilling, you know.
Yeah.
Every hero needs a little.
The thing is, I have the rights to the actual stream in the living room. But I'm just trying to get it on a little screen on my phone, and it's just so difficult, man. Like, I literally pay for the show, but obviously to get a feed that works on my phone is just a freaking disaster.
There's something funny about you holding that tiny bowl too.
Let's see if it works. I don't know. Anyways, thank you very much, Craig, for the 50 months, man.
Tony in the cutoff ace-4 off, and now he's coming in for a raise. Let's see if you get your wish. Can Philbot do anything? No.
Nope. 2.1 million.
All the smiles. No time banks though. He's out.
Yeah, I know.
How early?
The pain. Could cost you a lot of VV.
It might be pity he only has a salad, you know.
J&H dropping 21 months resub. Welcome back to the team, J&H. Thank you very much, man. The resub to the channel. Appreciate your support, dude. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you. Jimmy, what happened to Inga? She is in Canada, my friend. Inga still exists. We'll get her in the back of the stream at some point, but it would cost a lot to bring her to Scotland, you know? She's just at home. She let us do our travel, and she hung out at home.
When the food comes up at the table, everyone just chimes up.
We'll see Inga once again. Don't worry.
Players missed this flop, but Daniel has kind of hit it, right? King 8 with King of Diamonds, got backdoor straight to a backdoor
All
flush
sorts
draw.
of stuff that could happen like later. It's a pretty good check raisable hand, but it's pretty out of line as well.
But Tony's kind of been playing a lot of hands, and if Daniel
Tony
picks up on
has
that,
been playing a lot of hands.
here we go.
It's not working. All right, well, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to watch it on a little screen on the side, but I can put it on my phone and put it up by the TV. We got to get back to focusing, though.
It's an exploit.
Got to get back into focusing here. Ace-4 against King 8. 9-7 deuce on the flop, 2 diamonds. And Daniel Rizai has the backdoor King of Diamonds, but both
Yeah,
players miss here.
It's not really like necessary if you think your opponent's really loose and they've got tons of hands and they're c-betting a lot, maybe too much, then you don't really need to. Okay, who can get more out of line?
Whoa. All right. All right.
I mean, you know, gotta give him.
Okay, that's some action. That's is that a bet 3-bet on the flop? That's some gangster moves right there.
Wow.
Haven't heard you mention Inga in a while. I was just curious. Yeah, she's still around, man. She's just in Canada. I haven't spent a lot of time in Canada for quite a while. All right. So I had the Tottenham broadcast. I could watch it on the screen in the living room, but we're not going to do it. We're going to put it right here so that we can keep streaming, and then I can sweat it a little bit. I can see it. I can see it sort of. Let me see if I can prop it up right by the chat.
That makes me lucky. You unlucky.
No, that is literally too small.
How did you not call, man?
Okay, whatever. Whatever, man. It's all right. If you flip heads and tails 2 million times exactly, it's very unlikely it's exactly 1 million times 1 million times. It's true, yeah. But it's very unlikely it's going to be even, you know, even like 48% one way and 52% the other way, you know. It's extremely unlikely. Because when you do that a million times, each percent represents 10,000. Right?
Up 8-9 off in the cutoff. Daniel goes
Yeah.
back to his
So each 1% is 10,000. So it's like,
Once you started like eating.
it's extremely likely that it's going to be between 49 and 51%.
chewing range.
I'm sure someone's done the standard deviation on coin flips. Standard deviation on coin flips.
That's fair.
Doesn't want to eat in peace. Clement ace-6 of clubs. Obviously would love to
I don't know how to convert that into something usable.
That's a pretty good fallback spot.
Nerd alert. I'm not quite a nerd, but I know we can find the answers. I know you can find the answer to like the likelihood in a million coin flips that it's going to fall between 49% and 51%, heads or tails. But I don't know how to find the answer. Someone's done the math, though. Someone's done it. Not going to flip a coin 2 million times to find out. True. Are you going to Lex Live or you're not allowed as a Party Poker Pro? I'm allowed to go to Lex Live. DW Stevie, who was on our team, went to Lex Live last time. But I'm not going to go. I'm just focused on the stream and broadcasting, man. So anytime I am at a live event or away from my computer is time away from like making a big impact with Party Poker Team Online and or the stream, you know. So
Okay, all right.
I'm a little frustrated with my past. Some of the choices I've made to go to so many live poker tournaments, and they didn't really net me a very positive result. I didn't get much out of them. So it's like very clear to me that my focus is exclusively online in this channel, and any time away is a distraction from what's important.
In the small blind.
True, but Lex Live, I'm sure, is going to be a great event. I wish it nothing but success. I hope everyone has a
Played
great time
in
there.
A couple of spots, but I think against Timothy he's going to be happy to call here.
I don't hate either way. This is under the gun. I love this hand so much.
About 14 coin flips in, I'll let you know when I'm done. All right, man. All right, good. Good.
Anton gets out of the way.
You're going to end up calling a lot if you're calling this from small blind versus under the gun.
Oh, I so wish I could watch, man.
Timothy checking back against the small blind peel.
I can see it, but
Shot now.
unfortunately, it's just not able to do it, dude. So I'm going to turn it off and
Definitely going to see like a 26k bet.
continue on, dude. Ace Jack against the 10-8 here.
Did you post that picture? Your phone is not yet.
It's double gutter for the 10-8. Clement is going to keep betting. Or start betting, it looks like, actually. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the hand here. Start betting in the small blind.
Job done though.
Timothy with the ace jack of clubs, what are you going to do? It does look, based on how much chips is in the pot here, that it went check pre-flop, right? Raise, call in the small blind, check at the flop, bet the turn for the 10-8. 10-8's got a bluff. Timothy should probably just continuation bet, even though it's not a very good board for him.
Tony wouldn't mess
It's
around.
not good for Clement either, calling in the small blind. And you're going to be put in this spot on the turn, right? So,
Doesn't matter what you have.
Wow, this is
goes bet call,
vicious, but he's ahead.
And he was right.
which is a pretty wild call from Timothy, to be honest. It's a pretty gangster call.
Beautiful.
Now we see Clement makes the straight on the
Pulls
ends.
it straight and you got that one little card higher.
So just a value bet here.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And I would expect Timothy to fold. There is a straight on the board,
They're not gonna show
meaning
us.
he might think he has a chop, but the math and chops are not very good. You know, like if Timothy bets 100,000, you got to think
Maybe like
you're calling for half of the pot, so you're calling for 90,000 profit. So when chop pots come in play, like
130 the bet.
without chop pots, when you're playing for the full pot, you never need to win over half the time on a river shove. You just don't have to, right?
and this
But when a chop pot comes in, all of a sudden, sometimes you have to start winning at higher frequencies. 60% of the time, you need to chop, or 70% of the time, you need to chop to be profitable, or 80% depending on sizing. You know, so it really changes the math. You know, and it makes sense. Like let's say there's 0 in the pot. Someone bets $100. Well, you have to win half the time to call 100. Half the time you get their money and yours. Half the time they get your money. So that makes sense. 50-50. Chop pot, it becomes different. All of a sudden, you have to win more than half the time. And that's not very fun. So the math is very different here, and you see players get sucked into this spot all the time
With these hands, right?
when you shouldn't be.
Small blind, yeah.
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 So it's kind of
Small
pretty
blind
much
is
bets every hand you bet
definitely
the turn with.
forced to bet the river.
Usually I can
And Timothy called there,
Super straight,
and
there we
Clement going to take down a big one.
Respect the call down from Timothy. It's like
Clement going to take it. So there you go. I mean, that's the spot, right? That's the spot.
Cool, I feel like, but,
Watching the game at the same time? Nah, dude, I couldn't find. I don't want to open any links on this computer or anything.
difficult
See, I
to
own the rights to the game in the living room, but obviously I can't get it here in the office. And I wasn't able to get it on my phone, so I've just got the live score up on the side. I don't want to open any links here on my work computer, just for security reasons and stuff, you know. So I'm just gonna leave it, and I'll sweat the score on the side. But apparently,
come, I would have expected a much
apparently Liverpool already almost had a chance. So
if it was,
bit of a yikes, man.
straight.
Fresh Fish 72 dropping the 14-month resub. Welcome back to the team, Fresh Fish. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your support.
Strong.
You use SkyGo on your phone if you have it. Yeah, it never worked for me. I do have a SkyGo package, but I wasn't able to get it working. I have a UK phone number and stuff, but Rebecca has it on her phone, but it doesn't really make sense to watch on the phone. Like, phone's down here, you guys are here. You know, I'm playing a tournament. There's enough happening, so I'll just rely on you guys for casual text updates in the chat. You know,
Against him, but he's
sounds good with me.
and he's won a lot.
Andreas raising it up with the king 10 suited in the hijack. Daniel Resign, the cutoff, is going to fold. I like king 10 suited, man. It's a good one.
Get his hand and mob up.
What size is good to take in the chop boards when you're in the range advantage and when you
I
aren't?
think you might have made like 2.
I don't know the answer to that question because I feel like there's more factors to consider than just range advantage and not range advantage.
There's a mark on
So I don't know actually what the strategy would be when you have like more higher straights than them, like what sizing you should choose. I haven't
It's a good mark.
thought about it or researched it. It's a good question because it's very different because of the math, right? All of a sudden you, like we just talked about, sometimes you need to be chopping 70%. You need to be chopping 80%, which just happens so rarely in poker. It's always 50% or below that you need to be winning in a spot. So it's a little. I mean, it's still poker. It's still a percentage and a frequency, but it's interesting. Brother had a good session yesterday. Yeah, man, he killed it. Matty Ice.
If you're unlimited, if you've
Crushing
got insane chips, both of you, then Anton's got a great check raise hand.
ESPN contract through Sky Sports for all the F1 races in America, and it's funny to watch Sky Sports and see the stuff British people care about in sports. Yeah, man. F1, football, cricket, rugby, darts, snooker. Not snooker, snooker.
You say that so shallow, really hard round time to do anything, right?
Yep. That's it, really. I mean, those are the main ones. But I have to be honest, like, I see the appeal of a lot of these sports over the American counterparts. Maybe I'm just trying to be a hipster because,
Coming out with the check raise, and does Andres now just put in?
I don't know. I just have a tendency to be contrarian, I guess, sometimes. But I do find a lot of the English sports less commercialized and more entertaining to watch. Boom. Look at that double up. Jacks against tens, baby. Let's go. We're on a bubble. That I feel like such a big part of the draw with American sports, and let me know if you think this is true, but the cultural relevance of sports in America is got to be such a huge factor as to why they're so successful. Like, everyone is watching sports. It's such a huge part of like towns for college sports and even high school sports. Like, it's just a huge part of the American identity. So like getting hyped up in a crowd of similar people that are also hyped up, it's got to be an amazing shared moment of unity, and that's got to be one of the best parts of sports in America, from my perspective anyways. But when it comes down to the actual game, like American football, the actual game to me, it's just very it's just slow and labored and long. Granted, I really love golf, so I don't have any footing to stand on. I wouldn't like golf so much if it was just a one-on-one match, but when you have a field of 70 people, you can jump around and there's different stories and all of it's coming together. It's, golf is like battle royales. It's a sports version of battle royale where there's all these different people coming together. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just being a hipster, dude. I don't even know what my point is. I go to TPC Scottsdale every year. 500K drunk people every year. It's kind of golf from WTF Blizz. Yeah, man. I went to the match play, which was in Tucson, Arizona once. I went to that, would have been 11 years ago now, I think. Ace 10 against 7s. But I used to always watch. It used to be called Waste Management Open or something. I don't know what it's called now, but that was always a fun sweat, man, watching that 17 par 3. There's the historic clip of Tiger Woods holding it out on 17, raising the roof, beer cups coming in. It's legendary, man. It's a legendary tournament.
You're not really getting called by a lot of worse hands other than flush draws.
What's the difference between follow and subscribe? Follow gives you an alert when I'm live. And when you're on Twitch, you can see me in your follow list and stuff like that. So it's just easier to find me if you follow. Subscribe gives you access to things like the emoticons, gives you access to no ads if I ever run ads, which I don't, but no pre-roll ads on the channel if you're a subscriber. I don't think either. And it just supports me as a content creator. You know, it's like you spending $5, you become part of the sub team, you get some emotes, you get a sub badge and stuff like that. But some of that money goes to me, and I get to put it in my bank, and it goes towards, you know, growing the stream or buying avocado toast on dates with my fiance. That's, you know, you pay for a bit of my toast as a thank you. That's all, dude. That's it. He's 10 against 7s. Okay. Sub hype coming in. Pacalivra, a drop of the sub. Oh no, gifting a sub to True Original 133. Welcome to the team, True Original, courtesy of Pacalivra. Thanks for the support, my friend. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, I'm in the money of the side piece tournament that I'm playing on the side. I've cashed for about 210. So this is going well. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. We are watching the day 1B of the Caribbean Poker Party, which happened here in November. We're going to be broadcasting all 5 days. This is the second day one we've watched. And the next broadcast, which will be, unfortunately, about 2 weeks, the next time we'll be able to do this. But when we do, it'll be day 2, and then we'll do day 3, and then the final day. So pretty excited. I've been asking about more recent content as well, like more up-to-date content, because there's an event going on in Russia, I think, where I may be able to actually broadcast it, like not live, but almost live. It'll be quite cool. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out, man. Having a good day. We are going to play some online poker later. Right now, we're going to sweat this till completion, but I've got one table on the side. We're going to play the Twitch Open in a few hours here on Party Poker. Going to be hopping in the 320 Gladiator. All that stuff, man. Shh, Fed. That's more toast for you, Jamie. Thank you. Thank you, Fed. That's probably a full avocado. You just hit me right there, man. Full avocado. Maybe even like one of the slices of toast, dude. I appreciate it.
You'll probably know more than I. I feel like I saw a picture of Mateos with
Philip,
the title for the 25K.
under the gun with the ace queen suited. This is pretty interesting. These are some hands right here, man. Timothy with the kings. Very short has been playing pretty snug. Shoves. Can Philip get away from the hands? Timothy's all in for 287K, and I believe the blinds are 6K, 12K, but it might be 5K, 10K too. So this is a tough one for Philip Gruesome. I don't think he can get away. If I'm Philip Gruesome here, and we don't see the kings, I think you got to call with ace queen suited. Such a nice hand. Clement in the hijack. I'm assuming we'll be folding as well. Raise, call, and then a squeeze. I think the blinds are 6K, 12K, based on the open raise to 30,000. Ooh. It's a fold.
Yeah, 10 days ago he was cashing in a 250.
Timothy's going to get it through. That's sick. I mean, it is a tough spot for Philip Gruesome with the player behind, but you can understand it too. Timothy playing pretty tight thus far. So that makes sense, you know. They haven't been mixing it up too much. What are you drinking? Is it Coke or Diet Coke? Coke. It's Coke Zero, actually. Coke Zero. I'm drinking right now. Another thing I've learned from traveling is that the Coke Zero and Diet Coke branding is different everywhere. In some countries, this is an all-black can. In Canada, this is all black, Coke Zero. And then in some places, it's like almost all a red can, and then you have the red and the black can here. Sometimes, like, the branding is different everywhere. I've been confused several times. Like, no, I wanted a Diet Coke, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, that is Coke Light. That is, all right. It's interesting. That is, I mean, this guy is a wizard. Philip Gruesome has been beasting it, man. He's been making all the right decisions. It's pretty awesome, actually. He's been crushing that. All right, 0-0, Tottenham, Liverpool. Good. Tottenham win percentage 19%. Liverpool's win percentage 57%. Draw 24%. I'm proud that Google thinks we have a 25% draw in this situation. And a 20% win considering Liverpool hasn't lost in a year in the Premier League. I mean, thank you, Google.
No, that's just what you hear from the hotel. Every night, 4 times.
Who cares? That's poison. I wouldn't drink that. I know, man. Dude, I know. Literally, like, we've talked about it so much, Randy. Please, man. Spare us, please, Randy. I know. It's very polarizing, man, but it's just...
looked at that specific line.
Oh, I can't bear another conversation about
It's true.
the pros and the cons of aspartame or caffeine or artificial flavorings. Which is healthy for you? Which isn't healthy
I just
for
like to
you?
picture how many
How
players
quick is it killing you? It isn't killing you. It's just,
and
you know. Oh man,
exploitable pretty
too
fast,
much.
strong lineup.
Too much.
Doing it. Like people are just going to squeeze relentlessly if you've got like this many calls, I think. But then you can balance it with some really strong flat calls.
Are you gonna play
as well.
something today, Jamie? Yes, dude. I'm actually in a tournament right now, man. In a tournament right now. I'm 8 of 10 in this 109 Gladiator. But we're gonna be streaming some poker tournaments tonight on delay. Right now, we are just sweating this Millions
Ace, king, queen.
Caribbean Day 1B. All good, Randy. All good. I understand, man. I understand. I mean, because in a vacuum, like, you don't know we've talked about that. So you're just, you're just projecting you. So I totally get it, dude. I maybe too harsh in my response.
It's not bad play. It's just on the loose side. Excuse me.
So no one has anything good here. Andreas with the sevens has the best hands. And it's probably going to go to showdown here. Unless Clement bluffs. And
Who's here though?
they could, but it'd be pretty risky on this
Well,
board.
System of a Down and Papa Roach. Limp Bizkit. Wow.
There's a wide range of chat on this table, I'll tell you that.
It'd be pretty risky. Yeah. Gives it up. Andreas wins. Andreas has the best of it, man.
Age group, you know.
Nice hand. If you comment on my question, please. Is $500 bankroll enough to play 25 and L, 20 buy-ins? If so, when should I drop down to 10 and L, shot take 50 and L? Cheers. There's a bunch of different advice. It really depends on what your goal is in poker. If you have a job outside of poker, you'd be a lot more aggressive than someone that's trying to play for a living full time. So it really depends. There's no good answer, For cash games, you'll hear
Rarely has a call.
anywhere from like 50 buy-ins to 100 buy-ins on the conservative side to more like 20 buy-ins on the more aggressive side. I think 20 buy-ins is fine because it's clear you're not playing poker professionally for a living. So 20 buy-ins is okay. It allows you to move up and down, especially because you, I assume, have a job outside poker and but it's aggressive. It's more aggressive than a lot of pros will use for the bankroll management, but I think it's fine. I would also choose aggressive bankroll management because you just move up and down in stakes, right? So if you're going to go with 20 buy-ins, just calculate 20 buy-ins every day. If you get a $500 bankroll, you can play 25 and L. As soon as you have a $499 bankroll, you can no longer play 25 and L, right? Because you don't have 100 buy-ins for it anymore. So you move down to 10 and L. Now, you give yourself a buy-in so you don't have to literally, I'm in a hand and I'm out. Shoot, I folded the big blind and now I'm below. I'm going to have to leave this table and give yourself a buy-in just so you don't have to do the hop back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in one session. But, if you're down to $470, we'll move down. You're down to 10 and L until you get back up to 500. Just move up and down all the time. And then it's it's going to take you such a long time to go through all the stakes, even if you're not very good, to go broke. You'll be fine with 20 buy-ins. Totally okay.
But in real, at least I made one final table picture in the 6 max. But it was like final table picture with 8. But in
Chat,
total, I just
your
final
chat.
table
Stop it, chat. I've had enough. Why are you guys triggering me like this, huh? Coke Zero Diet Coke. Come on, man. Stop it, chat. All right, 0-0. I can see the Tottenham win percentage is decreasing, whereas Liverpool's is increasing. So I am not liking this. 19th minute. What's happening in the match, guys? Give me the feel. If you're watching the match, what's the vibes? Tottenham looking bad and looking good? What's happening?
Completely ignore you there, Tom. I was rooting through the hand mob trying to find it. It is Armin. Quite correct, his brother.
Yeah. Don't know how I know that.
You just have
Well, I'm down to 8 in the 6 max, man. I'm 8 of 8. I'm in last, but I'm down to 8.
Flashes in my head. I wouldn't call it knowledge.
Liverpool all over them. Game is kind of boring. Okay.
really enjoyed it, except the part with Texas.
Cool.
But it was
Armin himself, as he said, ninth
they told us
millions North America. Daniel came ninth in millions South America.
Raise from Patrick in the hijack. King 4 suited. It's a frisky raise. We've seen this clicky get pretty aggressive, though. Tony in the cutoff, 3-betting with the 9-7 of clubs. I like it. I like the move here. Andreas in the small wide is going to be forced to fold ace-9, the best of it.
then you pay the taxes on net of profit.
And it folds back around to Patrick now. Heads up. I'm assuming he's going to fold here. You know, king 4 suited is a pretty bad hand.
But I'm not sure.
If he's going to play, I would 4-bet instead of call.
But it's
Great.
not a big sizing.
Tony's been getting very out of line against him.
Yeah.
Well, against everyone, and Patrick, we're well aware of that. King 4 suited.
Yeah, Liverpool's got 82% of the possession,
Unfortunate timing.
200
He wanted to play some
passes,
pots with Tony, but King 4 suited.
88% pass accuracy, 3 shots, 1 on target.
Well, he was ahead.
It's
Yikes.
like- it's tricky
Okay.
to play post
It's been tough.
That's the
All right.
main
Played much golf in Scotland? I haven't played it all yet, Lee Cam.
decent hand.
Yeah, I haven't played it all yet, man. Just been busy, dude.
Generally when it's under 3x, I find it hard to fold like Queen 7 suited, King 5 suited, those sort of hands. As soon as they like 3.5x, it becomes a lot more.
Yeah,
Tough to
really
fold.
after I left there, I thought it was a mistake to just stay for the stop. I feel like booked like for 3 weeks at least. Some of my friends went there like 2 weeks before the party poker event went on. Just stayed there.
Oh, chat. I really hope Tottenham pulls out a win. It'd be so sick, but it really looks like we're fighting for a draw here.
Big yawn from Phil.
You need to work on your poker golf balance strategy some more. From I'll bring the guns. Yeah, man. I'm not very balanced right now. Pretty one-dimensional. But there'll be a period of life where I get to golf more. I am pretty certain. I really love the game of golf. It's great exercise. You know, you're basically out in a park. You're out in a big, huge park playing a sport. It's like, this is great. And it's like a private park where you have a lot of space around you. It's nice. But I don't know, dude. I just feel like I've got a really great opportunity in my life here, you know, to do something great with this Twitch channel and with Party Poker and stuff. So I want to take as much advantage as I can, and I'm okay sacrificing some of the areas of life outside of this stuff that I like in the short term because these opportunities don't come up every day. You know, I feel very fortunate to have it. So
This one over pretty quick.
golf is on the back burner for a while. It'll still be there when I have more time at some point, you know? Do you have a PC that is running 24/7 for your 24/7 channel? No, actually, it's run remotely, so I don't need a PC to run it. Yeah, the Twitch golf stream. That'd be fun, man. It'd be fun. Technically difficult, but doable.
You didn't hear me earlier, huh? You were in a hand with him and you threw in a time bank. I said you can't call that.
Do you, don't you think the final table would be different if one person that played Sodom? What do you mean, Nanuka? I don't understand.
I snapped. Yeah, that was the meeting.
Don't know what you mean. Timothy under the gun is going to raise it up to 27,000. Tight Timothy.
That was the thing that Sean Winter said to the guy.
Timothy raising under the gun, king, queen of clubs.
The guy makes a bet, and there's like somehow a hair in between of the chips. And Sean Winter says like, yeah, there's the bet and the hair. I can't call when there's a hair because.
Rolls around
Be there, Tom.
So yeah, he's right, probably.
to Anton Wiggin. The big blind. 8 deuce. It's a fold. Yep. It's a fold, Dottie.
A couple of raising takes.
I'm on the final table of bubble this tournament on the shortest, though. Yo! Simple Poker Calm. Thanks for the 10 bits, Simple Poker. Appreciate it. You're a bit lord of the day. You are getting your domain in the bit spot for 10 bits. 10 cents. Effective advertising, my friends. You even got me to say the name. Look at you. Look at you, man. You're doing some things. Not bad marketing. You got to be careful who you do it to. Some other streamers would not. They wouldn't respond the same way, but I'm cool with you, man. You do your thing, okay? Don't step over too much. Simple Poker Com, but I appreciate the 10 bits. Yo, I'm at a final table, chat. Bah! I can't show you because I have cards and we're on no delay.
Am I right in thinking he passed away when sort of went missing on a night out? Is that right?
Yeah,
Sort of
something like
found
this.
drowned in a river.
I've doubled up. Look at that. 235,000 on the FT. I'm the shortest by a long shot. I've only cashed for 320, and first place is like 2,200. So I'm not going to stream it.
Trick ace, deuce of hearts.
We're on break now for 5 minutes
Yep. Phil Ward.
because yeah, I have like 16 big blinds in the knockout. So I'll just when I'm all in, I'll show you hands.
Tony uses.
Final table hype, man. Off to a profitable start. One tabling. It's pretty good.
Not huge though.
No, pretty much spot on.
Pretty good, dude.
2, 3, 3, that sort of, I think, is appropriate usually.
What about just taking one day a month for yourself to do some fun stuff? From Randy. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I'm down for that too, but I'm engaged to my fiance, so you know, I already am kind of a workaholic. So when I have some time off, I do everything I can to spend it with her, and you know, and invest time in our relationship and stuff like that. I really view that's like the most important thing. We're partners for life, you know. So I view that as like a really important part of my life, to invest time in that relationship, you know. Thank you, Grizz Gips. Thank you very much. Put a delay. The thing is, if I put a delay on, it means that the screen goes blank for 5 minutes, and you may not care, but it means that I lose half my viewers, which I've been trying to build for the last 3 hours. So I don't want to, man. I don't want to do it. It's too painful. It takes a long time to build up viewers, and when you cut the stream for 5 minutes, you lose most of them. It's the worst. But true. It is what it is. It'd be really nice if Twitch had a nice way to go from delay to no delay to back to delay for poker streamers, so that the viewership stayed the same and like the stream didn't cut and then restart. But it doesn't exist as of now. Anyways. What's Anton Wigg's online name? Anti's Vanti. Anti's Vanti. Ace deuce, king queen, and 9s here. So king queen, Philip Gruesome. In the Philip Gruesome show, he's been bossing this table. Flop at the top here. He's been hitting it though too. Daniel Rizai with a tough spot, right? He's got a player behind with the 9s. There's an overcard to the board. He doesn't have very many good turns for himself. You know, like an 8 is okay with the open-ender. 9 is good, but there's only 2 of those. And a 10 is okay, picking up a gut shot, but another overcard, right? So it's just not great. And you still have to sweat Patrick behind, who we don't know what Patrick has. You know, Hype Train is going to work for the poker directory too. I've heard people talking about Hype Train, but I don't know what it is. Ed K, what is it? How does it work?
Probably like 5% thinking he's got some slow play that just has him completely destroyed, but 95%.
And a 7.
Okay, he's got jacks, 10s, or 9s.
What if you ran 2 instances of OBS at delay through Twitch? I've thought about that, WTF Blizz. Like you could run 2 instances, cut one, and as soon as it goes black on the screen, start the other one. I've thought about that. But the problem is the webcams can only be used on one source, so you'd have to have redundant webcams. And I think redundant scenes as well, which makes it very difficult. And then also 2x on the computer. My computer's enough to handle it, but another bet on the 7 turn. A very thin bet. Philip Gruesome, we've seen, has bets very thin. And now Daniel Rizai with 9s is like in not a fun spot, but yeah, you got to fold. I've heard some people talking about this hype chain. I really don't know what it is, but I want to figure it out. Gunners, the top bitlord spot, right? Oh, no, that was yesterday. Oh, yeah, Simple Poker Com is still up there.
Blinds are going up. 8,000 at 16,000. A new level here at Caribbean Poker Party main event.
And there we go. 2.2 million, 143 big blinds for Philip Gruesome. The blinds 8K, 16K. Tony Tran doing well as well on 1.6 million. Clement on around starting stack there. Anton Wig, the shortest stack with 12 big blinds. Not a lot you can do in this situation. Timothy Miles on 24 bigs. We are just about to finish our break here, but here you can see it's 1,100 for the win plus bounties. 1,100 for second plus bounties for 6, but we've cashed for about $320 right now. We're in for 109. We're definitely in last, but I'll let you guys know how it goes. When a threshold has been reached, subs, bits, etc., the hype train starts, and there are 5 levels of hype that the viewers need to reach. They have 5 minutes to spam subs and bits for each level. Interesting. Yeah, it won't work with delay, will it? Dang it, man. It's too hype, though. Too cool.
That's a bit abstract thinking, but
I like it. Clement raising up. Cut off. Ace 7 up. Okay, Anton with
Unless there's a way for them to see it in the chat, and then they can keep it going, but...
fold. You can get it in, chip
Support threshold required to kick off hype train is customizable. That's cool. We'll set it up and see. But it sounds like with a delay it won't really work well because the streamer won't be able to react to the hype train, right? Oh, you can see it in the chat. Okay, that's kind of
I
cool.
mean, it's totally fine to do anything there, to be honest. To call, to fold.
Not bad.
I'm
Okay.
folded.
I'm a little bit surprised too, but
All right, Clement picking up a
it's a
pot.
pretty janky hand.
Has the Party Poker Live 2020 schedule come out yet? There's been a lot of stuff released actually on the schedule. So if you go to partypokerlive.com, you can see it. Let me see if I can pull up some of the events for you here. So Millions UK going on right now. WPT Russia, the
Mix it up a little bit today.
95.5 million ruble. I don't know what that is in US dollars or euros or pounds or anything. Grand Prix Canada World Cup of Cards, 22nd of January to the February 5th. EAPT Minsk, $750 buy-in, early February. Millions South America, so that's the first Millions after this one. 6th to the 15th of February with a 10K buy-in. Triton Super High Roller Jeju in February 10th to 22nd. WPT Germany, 9th to 23rd. WPT Deep Stacks Paris, 27th of February to March 1st. Are you getting this? There's events everywhere, all the time, man, all over the world. It's pretty crazy. It's actually very legit. This is sick. Million Super High Roller Sochi in March. WSOPC Germany in March. WPT Barcelona, March to April. Lots happening, man. Yo, Chowdees, 86, dropping the sub. Welcome to the team, Chowdees. Thank you very much for your support, my friend. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good action.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. WPT Deep Stacks Montreal is 17th to the 26th of April.
No quirkiness needed
So
here.
yeah, there's a WPT Deep Stacks in Canada, 1,500 buy-in in April. And then there's the World Cup of Cards, January 22nd to February 5th
Crippling +1.
in Montreal.
This kind of board. High
And that's all they have. Oh, WPT Montreal is October 29th to November 8th.
9-9
And WPC Playground, they have 4 Playground events on here already.
advantage flop
They have the whole year on here.
versus EP.
So yeah, 4 Playground events. You can find that at partypokerlive.com. 2 pair here for Tony. Gets Andreas.
And ace queen is on the verge.
Tony's gonna bet 40,000. I don't know if Andreas can continue. It's kind of an unfortunate spot.
Fit into a betting range, but big blind can
Yo, I'm down to 5 on the FT. 355 cash, 81 in bounties. I'm on 430 cash.
Right, at the same time, Tony's been shown to be a little bluff happy. So
Andreas calling. Okay.
it's
Andreas going for the call here.
cool down.
It's a difficult hand to bluff catch with, ace queen high. Which
8
is
on the
why I
end.
think most people bet the flop, just for simplicity.
I think another value bet here for Tony.
Honestly not sure.
You know, and Andreas raising an early position can have like ace king, king queen type hands, jack 10, you know, ace jack, like that sort of stuff,
Find myself
which you can get value from with 2 pair.
I mean, yeah, it's true. Would have been good if it was live though. You can come and like. Not live. Same thing as. It's a risk though.
Tony does go for the bet, 104,000
Top 2 bets river again.
into about 170,000 at the time. So about 60% of the pot here, 62%.
So it'd be a very tough cool down here.
Is that Timothy TK Miles from Florida? An old PokerStars GOAT username, Tim Crank? I don't know. Is it Timothy Miles? It might be.
Nice outside.
Yeah, good fold. Stress down to just
And it's a fold from the ace queen. Good fold. Tony picking up some chips. Second biggest winner on the table so far is Tony. Is Philip Grusom, followed by this Tony character. I don't know much about.